It started back in 1897, then called the American Marathon. 15 people towed the start line of the iconic course, all of them men. And for decades, that remained the case. Women were not allowed to run the marathon because some considered them physically incapable of doing so. Until the 1960s, when they proved the world wrong. Women like Bobby Gibb and Catherine Switzer set the pace for women yearning to run. Bobby hid in the bushes and joined the crowd of men when they ran by. Catherine abbreviated her name on her application and was nearly chased off the course. In 1972, women broke the tape on that rule and were finally allowed to run the Boston Marathon. But in the years following, only a handful would have the courage to start. In 1977, more than 2,000 men finished the 26.2-mile trek. That was compared to about just 100 women. One of those women was the first woman from New Hampshire to finish the Boston Marathon and appear in official race results. Her name is Paula Davenport.
Maybe the second time we went to spectate, I thought, I'm going to run this.
She is now 81 years old and living in Rye. As a child, she always wanted to get involved in sports. Her younger brothers ran.
My brother Michael, my brother Jim, they were runners.
And she loved watching them do it. But growing up in Ohio, she says there weren't many options for girls to get involved.
There were no sports for girls except cheerleading. And for that, you had to be really pretty and flexible and all that stuff, which I was not. And so my friend Pat and I tried out for the boys' high school track team, which of course the coach just laughed at us and sent us on our way.
But that laugh from the coach didn't break her spirit. She was 26 years old when she started running after she had her daughter, Shannon. She bought a red tracksuit, a Cooper's aerobics book. She knew she had to start somewhere, so she began by just walking.
I remember walking and jogging a little bit, walking and jogging. And it took a while, took a couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, when I just started jogging and I could do to 2 miles. I was trying to do 2 miles.
Eventually, she went on to run races in Cape Cod and in Hampton. This photo appearing in the magazine Yankee Runner in 1976. The caption under it, setting the standard for women in sports at the time, reading, quote, "The times are a-changin', so the song goes, and so they are." Whereas until just a couple of years ago, there were no women in road races. Now women are sometimes the athlete of the family. Her husband, Buzz, cheering her on from the sidelines.
Oh, it just picked me up. I'm just looking at it right now. It's like, just picked me up. Yes, I can do this.
Paula says she was lucky to be surrounded by that motivation from the men in her life, something that wasn't all that common during that era.
He's happy for me, and I knew that. And he was not one bit bowled over by his wife who wants to run around.
She says that motivation gave her the confidence to put one foot in front of the other and eventually make the decision to take on the Boston Marathon.
Then you had to figure out how to get ready.
For training, she used a simple stopwatch.
I would put it in the mailbox in front of my house, start it, because you didn't have all these watches and things. Do my run, come back, turn it off, and then I don't have them anymore, but I recorded what my time and my distance was.
And with each run, Paula got a little faster and ran a little further, never really looking at the Boston Marathon as a challenge, but rather an opportunity.
My heart's pounding, so the adrenaline is going.
She remembers the 1977 marathon as a hot one. Water stops meant 2 cups of water, one for drinking and the other to pour over your head. Her family waiting for her in the crowd, one of about 100 women in a sea of thousands of men, many of which she found friendly and encouraging.
Chatting along the way even, and being a little surprised if I could pass them, you know, somewhere along the way, might turn their head, but that was okay. If I could do it, I was going to do it.
And she did.
Extreme satisfaction, pride, Gratitude.
all the way to the finish line. And her stats are impressive. She ran it in 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 9 seconds. Paula came in 48th out of 102 women that year.
We say them again.
BAA records showing her to be the first woman from New Hampshire to finish the Boston Marathon in official time, none of which she even knew until 48 years later.
That's not bad, is it? To think that I was at the beginning of this time when women were learning about they can do these things.
They believed they could, so they did. The number of women to finish the Boston Marathon would grow year after year, many driven by the ones who came before them. Women like Paula, inspiring them to keep going.
There's so many things you can do. If you get an inkling that you want to try something, just try it.
As she once did.
Just go for it. Take a risk. Be willing to look stupid. Be willing to have fun. Be willing to get discouraged. Just keep trying.
Fearlessly making her mark on history.
We've come a long way, baby.